Okay, here's a quick look at the E-mini S&P for Tuesday, November the 1st, 2011. We're taking a look here at the market profiles, and yesterday's close was right here. So this is the profile from the overnight session. This is the profile from today. So um, we had mentioned yesterday that this kind of sell-off was something we had to be really kind of conscious of, in the sense that we could very well have some follow through from it. Um, Now the follow through that we got was pretty darn strong. 1215, if you recall, last week was a number that we had been keying on as major support. As you can see here, the market actually reached down to 1208.50 overnight. 950 was a low during the day. This is where the market opened, but it did have a pretty good close up here in the 24 range. So we're looking really at today's high as resistance, and in the areas of around 18 and then maybe even down to 1210 as support. But there's a lot of damage done to the market here, and it could very well have continued to move lower. However, quite often when it does hit a major support like this, it does have a bounce to it. You can see here last week where the market traded in there and then had the big gap up, and now this week we have been selling off Monday and Tuesday. So we could very well have a bit of a bounce here, but the kind of damage that the market's been going through because of what seems to be the European problem, if it can hold below that 15 area, obviously very bearish. The other thing that we need to consider for tomorrow is that Bernanke will be speaking. He'll be holding a press conference at 2:15, and I have in my notes here that the FOMC news will be released at 12:30. Those are Eastern times, New York time. So the market is likely to have a reaction to that. And let's see if it can get back up above 1230 and maybe up towards yesterday's low. That would be a major accomplishment by the market. Other than that, it could very well just probe into that area and then back off again. But no doubt the market will have some sort of reaction to the FOMC news tomorrow. So do watch for that. As far as our trades were concerned here, we had a pretty active day. We had a couple of really nice long trades early in the day. These are two separate trades, so these are the first two trades we took. Now the market did open below the 42 areas, so we were looking forward to switching our intraday bias to short. But what of course happens when you have a big gap lower like we did today? Obviously the market tends to have a bit of a bounce higher. We did take this trade here. We got stopped on that one. That was a third trade, and then we had a nice fourth trade here. You can see the long was here and had a nice bounce in there. So that was our first four trades. Now we did have opportunities to get short here. We had a little problem with the software. We were in the neutral filter, and by this time our bias had switched to down. So we actually had a short trade right in here, which worked out great because the market rallied all the way down here, which was nice to see. Then it kind of hovered in here, could not get down to the low of the day. Had this big rally up here. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot this trade here. Beautiful trade that we had. Actually, it was on this chart here. It was trade number 5, but beautiful fill right on the dot right here. We were just into the red filter, the down filter. Had a really good move here, moving some 9 points in our favor. But then the market came in and had this somewhat of surprise rally. When I say somewhat, whenever the market is going down and getting near the major support area, and as I said a moment ago, that major support area was in around the 1215 area, right in around here. So, here it is trying to go lower and lower, and then all of a sudden you have this short covering rally. So now we're still able to take 3 points on this number 5 trade. Then the market came in and rallied, so we had number 6 here, which was a long right here. We just cut that part of that up move nicely. Now we did have a short trade over here, but by the time it triggered over here, it was a green filter, so we did not take that. And that was really all that we had here today. We did have a very nice short trade here late in the day as it came down. We had some opportunities to get long, but none of them were filled. These were very late in the day. So I can see the market getting back up here and testing today's high. The question will be, can it actually hold above there? and then test perhaps even as high up as 45, which was the low that we had on Monday. So I think that's really what we're looking at here going into tomorrow. We are looking in the 18 area and then as low as 10 for support should the market get down there. But I think if it holds below today's lows, then that's a major bearish development, and then we would look for additional move lower. So that'll be it for today. Any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. We always enjoy hearing your questions and comments. So thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you again tomorrow.